What is going on, superstar? This is Angus of Boss Fitness, and super excited to be sharing with you today the number one or the key reason why your dieting attempts will continue to fail you. Now, this is something that I have come to believe is my personal truth because it's what I've actually gone through personally. I went through years of mucking around with various clean eating attempts, various dieting attempts, you name it, I tried it, and the reason why I kept failing was because of this one key thing, and that is the big word, restriction. Restriction is something that's going to hold you back and make the journey so hard. Now, what I mean by restriction is where you're basically boxing a whole heap of rules around some certain foods that you classify as being bad, and then you're boxing a whole heap of rules around stuff to be good, and then kind of restricting yourself from these things over here and trying to only eat these things over here. Now, what you need to realize is that we are creatures of pattern, but we are creatures of emotion, meaning that we do things to escape pain, but also to gain pleasure. And for a lot of us, and I bet my left shoe for you as well, is that what brings you pleasure is eating food, particularly all that stuff that you cut out. Now, for me, what used to happen was that whenever I entered into an emotional state, I would binge on this stuff that I was cutting out because it was just so hard to be able to continue to only eat this clean, nutrient-dense stuff that I was eating. And then obviously what I'd then do at night when no one was watching is beat myself going, oh, like I really want this outcome, I really want to get lean, but like I just can't keep doing this, it's so hard. And the number one reason why you're going to continue to fail all these other diets that you're doing is because with the restriction that comes with them, obviously it's not going to be sustainable for you to continue these diets into the future. Because the thing is that all of these diets, they work. They work because they put you into a calorie deficit. But why they suck and why you're going to continue to fail on them is because with the restriction that comes with them, comes all those rules. And if you're living by all those rules, you're not going to be able to enjoy adhering to the diet that you're doing. You're definitely not going to be able to have enjoyment living amongst those rules. And what's also going to happen is that, hey, guess what? You're probably not going to get much progress because you'll be stop and starting all the time. And therefore your overall results and fulfillment and that sort of thing is going to be shit and in the hole. So let's be honest here. The only way that you're going to be able to move forward and create real sustainable change is figuring out a way to be able to remove restriction. And the only way that you can do that is if you truly embrace moderation and start to be able to include cake, baby, into your actual eating. Now, I don't really mean eat cake, but it's just like literally what you need to do is to be able to start embracing all these foods that you know deep down you really truly enjoy. So that way you've got the best of both worlds to be able to go about meeting your actual intake. Because truth be told, that calorie deficit that you have been creating from trying to do old mate Tony Ferguson or old mate Atkins or I Quit Sugar, whatever it may have been, right? I don't care. Those things work because they put you in a calorie deficit. That's it, right? So if you know that you enjoy carbs like me or you enjoy cake like me or whatever it may be, you can actually fit these things into your day-to-day intake and then fill the rest of your intake with nutrient-dense food to meet your baseline health and micronutrition. And if you've got this balance in terms of a moderative approach around eating, I promise you this is going to be something you can stick to for the long run. Now, this is something that I've actually been embodying and have made part of my life since 2013, and I've used to be able to compete in multiple bodybuilding competitions. I've used to be able to compete in all these sort of things and do various photo shoots, and just like it's changed my life entirely. The message that is moderation, not deprivation. Because as soon as you continue to keep yourself in that restrictive box where you think you can't eat foods and certain foods are good and whatever it may be, it's going to place unnecessary pressure upon you, and it's going to be such a struggle to keep it going. Because let's be honest, you've probably done a few different dieting attempts in the past before. They probably got you some results for a while, and you might have been on an absolute high, but then as soon as you go to revert back towards what you were doing before, the weight's going to come back on, and you're just going to continue along in this cycle that's not going to serve you, and it's going to hold you back and keep you rolling around in a hamster wheel. The way forward for you is to learn how to be able to make all foods work for you, because truth be told, my truth around food now is that all food is fuel for happiness, performance, lifestyle, and for personal enjoyment. Because the thing is that if you see food as just fuel, numbers, whatever, you're not going to have any joy around it, and you're not going to be able to use it to serve you for your goals. Because think about it, if you're basing your goals off of restriction and trying to use all these different supplements and stuff like that, it's not going to be sustainable for you beyond a couple of months, let alone multiple years. I've been now free of dieting for years, and I want to see the same for you as well. So if you found this video valuable and you want to learn more about why moderation is the way to go rather than deprivation, drop a comment below. Or if you have some questions or just want to share what was valuable, let us know. I'd love to keep the conversation going. See you next time in the Boss Fitness world, and thank you for watching.